The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is not my kind of book. Still, it was recommended quite highly to me, so I gave it a whirl. And what did I think of a book that is not my type of thing? Welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, the show where a father and son talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy things we enjoy. Just the father here today, Jim, bringing you a book blast episode. So this is a spoiler-light reaction to something I've read, specifically V.E. Schwab's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. If you enjoy this episode, don't forget to hit the like button to let us know, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. There's also a comment box down below to share your thoughts about our thoughts. So this was my first attempt to read a novel by V.E. Schwab, a very successful fantasy author. Schwab writes solidly in the modern fantasy lane, perhaps with leanings into romance, but not that hard romantasy leaning. Not so far. As I got into this book, a 2020 publication, it took me little time at all to recognize that, yep, this is not my typical style of reading, but it wasn't horrible. In fact, it was kind of good. It was quite good. And I found the writing of enough interest that I kept going without much difficulty. I actually ended up consuming the book in less than a week. Sticking to my spoiler-light format, suffice it to say, Addie LaRue is a woman who makes a deal with the devil to get what she wants. And getting what she wants isn't quite what she bargained for. Now, there are plenty of novels that have been written on that premise, but Schwab brings her own spin to this that I found fresh and thoughtful. You truly get into the perspective of Addie, our main character, and you actually come to sympathize with her, feel for her considerably. Schwab demonstrates a gift for period writing in this novel, as well as a versatility in jumping through different settings and times. Can't say more about that, spoiler light. She's clearly done her homework, though, and everything she puts to the page feels right. Keeps you fully immersed in the story, and that's a gift. As I finished the book, I still didn't feel like it was my kind of story. I mean, there's definitely a love theme element to it and touchy-feely, but I was still sufficiently impressed that I gave it a 5-star rating on Goodreads. And I have more V.E. Schwab now in my TBR. Well, down the list on my 1,400 book TBR. But once something's on the list, anything can happen. Books have been known to rise from the depths and actually get read. That's what I have for you today. Again, we love to hear from people. If you have comments on my comments, put them down there in the comment box. While you're down there, you can see the other ways to connect with Zach and I. Social media links, our Discord server. There's an invite. Our Patreon. Thank you, Patreon supporters. But that's where I'll leave you. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.